Hello Capricorn, thank you very much for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Modern Spellcaster's Tarot by Melanie Marquis, illustrated by Scott Murphy. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. Alright, relationship first, single second, and oracle cards come out where needed. Alright, let's see what we got here. And I'm noticing you have one card that's askew, but it's across from another one that's kind of difficult, so I'm thinking that's a purposeful thing. Now, I feel like this is what we're starting with, the most difficult part of this reading. Alright, so this is on your partner's side. That's the Devil with trust. Is this a trust issue? No. What is this about? I'm getting like, this is like an anger thing. I'm getting somebody's having a really bad moment here. Now, I don't know how far that's going to go. It depends on what you're dealing with, but your partner is really ticked off. And the only thing I could get with the trust at the moment, and it might develop more as we keep going, is like trust that it's going to work out. This seems to be purposeful, even though this is a rough moment, a pretty rough moment in my opinion, because it seems like they're really angry. I'm seeing an angry person, a very angry person. Of course, you don't want to get caught up in the gender, and it can go either way, but when I'm seeing this, I'm seeing a male. I'm seeing a very angry male, and I'm seeing this person yelling a lot, freaking out, having a very bad moment. Of course, this could go either way. It doesn't have to mean that's a male that's happening for you, but that's what for some reason, that's the image I'm getting. Now, this card is like off to its side. Like, you'll notice the way I'm holding it. It looks like this person is throwing a ball forward. That's how it looks to me. Now, this is your reaction to this bad moment that your partner is having. Of course, don't get caught up in the gender, like I said before, but I feel like you're kind of thrown to the side, and you're kind of like I feel like you're running around trying to correct the situation so they calm down. You're trying to calm them down by eliminating the problem. You're trying to get it away from the situation. You're doing what you can to make it stop. You're trying to calm your partner down, and you're running. It feels like you're running to get this, like, to calm the situation down. There's a lot of active movement here, and it's like it's out of your reach. It's out of your reach. I don't feel like you can stop this, but you're trying to, and it seems like there's a little bit of a frantic motion there. Now, this moment happens. This is a rough, like that Devil card. This is a rough moment, and that's like it's throwing you off. It's an upsetting moment. The trust is telling me though there's something here with this. This is about something. Something's going on that you need to know about. Something is coming forward to you. This is purposeful. I'm just, personally, when I'm feeling it, it makes me a little nervous because I'm like, depending on you, that could be quite the moment. That could go into an unacceptable territory is what I'm getting at without saying it flat out. Now, I want to say these next two cards are what's not helping. These seem to be holding the situation back. The moment passes. This rough moment passes with your partner. And again, this is a general read, so this isn't going to hit for everybody, but if it hits for you, I feel like this will make sense because you'll know what this moment is. There's not going to be a question about it. You're going to know what this moment is. You got the Ten of Cups on your partner's side, the Star on your side. This is what's holding the situation back. This is not allowing it to heal. Your partner seems to go on like everything's great. It was just a moment, moving on, everything's fine again, water under the bridge, moving on, everything's happy, everybody's good. Now the Star card is very interesting, and I notice this every now and then with the Star card. If you look at that person, if you look at their face, there's tears going down their face. This is also a card of hope. I feel like you're very upset about the whole situation still, but you have hope that it really is just water under the bridge. It's just a moment. It's not going to happen again. It's fine. Just moving on. This really makes me nervous. Because of what's coming through with this card, that devil card, I feel like this could be a very... I don't know. I don't like the way this feels, I'll be honest with you. But I feel like you're trying to pacify something and act like it's just a one-time thing. Moving on. It's going to be okay. You're very upset and hurt about it. I do feel like you're very upset and hurt about it, but you're trying to have hope that it's just going to pass. Like, the storm is past, it's over. But what is happening here? Because I'm getting this, and I feel like you want to move on from it. You got the Three of Cups, you're getting along with everybody. Is this how this wants to come in? Because something, I don't feel good about this. I don't like the way this is going. Only in the sense of, like, if this is you putting up with something that's really a bad situation, I definitely don't want to encourage that. But what is happening here? Because I'm seeing the Sun card in your side, where you're standing, like you definitely love this person. I feel like the Sun card is talking about the whole situation. You're viewing the situation as if the situation as a whole is a really good situation. This is definitely a good card. It's the Sun card. You're seeing all the good here. This is good. I mean, they're like, this is okay. This is good. This here in the center, like, you're still working it out, but I feel like you're talking it out, but it's very lightly. It's like, I don't know how to explain. Instead of like deep cleaning, you're like kind of like gently dusting some things, just trying to clean things up very gently. It's like almost like when an archaeologist digs for bones and then they have to very carefully clean off the bones so they don't end up damaging them. That type of thing. It's very... I feel like you're very conducive. There's other people involved at this point. There is other people involved. That makes me feel a little better. Not that it's... But I'm just worried about the situation. I don't want to tell somebody that it's okay to stay in a really bad situation. Of course, it's your business how bad this really is. It's just making me nervous. I don't want to give anybody that impression. Like, if it's really a bad situation, I'm not going to promote that that's okay. I can't do that. But I'm getting here, the Three of Cups. There's other people involved. And I feel like other people are getting involved in this situation, and you're just being very careful about what you say. You're just trying not to make the situation worse. You're working with other people, and things seem to be getting... I can't really bring out the word better, but I'm thinking they're getting more serene, more calm. They're more calm. Okay. Now, on your partner's side, the High Priestess is there. And I'm getting like this energy. The High Priestess is definitely a good card. I'm not going to negate that, but this is like the feeling I'm getting off of this. Now, it's a general read, so I'm going to go back to that. So this isn't going to hit for everybody, but the feeling I'm getting, I'm seeing this guy again. So I don't know who this is hitting for, but I have a feeling it's hitting for somebody. I'm not liking the look on this guy's face. I'm feeling this is like working the rules to his advantage. I don't usually do readings. This is a general read, so I'm kind of shocked that this is coming across the way it is. The energy I'm seeing, like I'm getting like a sinister, like manipulating the rules to this person's advantage. That's what I'm feeling here. Acknowledging the bad, but promoting the good, like trying to even it out. I'm getting there's some type of addiction problem here. If this is, I don't know, I'm getting there's some type of problem here. I keep seeing this guy, which I don't know why. I don't usually like the general readings to be that specific because they're for the majority of people, but, and I know this will hit for a few different people, and they'll just, it's not going to be that guy, but it's going to be the same type of energy, and they'll understand what that means. I get that, but I'm getting that's happening here, but I'm also getting with the Five of Swords in the spiritual position, like they're trying to defend what they've done. They're trying to like justify it a little bit. And I feel like that's what's going on here. I don't feel good about it though. I have to be honest with you. I don't feel good about it because I feel like it's setting up for a repeat. That's what I'm worried about. So the situation that's going on here, this moment, this is not going to be a one-time thing. And I'm thinking for most of you, if you're really connecting with this, if that dark, hard, angry moment came out, I don't feel like it's... If it's the first time, it's definitely not the last time. But I'm thinking for a lot of you, it's not the first time. If this is hitting with you, remember, it's a general read. If this is hitting with you. I have to say that a lot because I know people sometimes get caught up thinking one thing or another. Like, that's the devil card. That's really intense. There's no question it's a bad moment if this is hitting with you. Now, even though they're trying to justify here, they're trying to shoulder through it. They're trying to shoulder through it. They're gathering their strength. They're trying to pull it together. They're trying to do what they feel is necessary. So they are trying to pull it together. I feel like they're trying to get to a spot where they believe it won't happen again. Now, I'm not judging this person good or bad because I have no idea. It's a general read. But I know that they have the intention that it won't happen again. I just don't feel like that's not gonna make it because whatever the problem is here, it's still there. I just feel like you have the best of intentions here. I feel like you're kind of like filing it away. I just gotta pull the information across the way it's coming. I'm getting like you're giving it one more chance. I'm feeling that's what I'm feeling here. The be assertive. I feel like you could do this a little better. I feel like you need to talk with people. Maybe change the circumstances. If you're going to do this one more chance thing, you need to talk with people and let people know what's going on. So people can help support you and help give you like that sounding board to help you understand what's going on. I don't know. For some of you, I feel like this might be a lot darker than it seems. But if you can honestly talk about this with someone else, maybe more than one, I feel like it'll give you some strength. Be assertive makes me feel like make sure that you're loyal to your feelings. Like you're gonna have to, like if you're gonna stand in this position and you're deciding this is what you have to do, set it up to make sure that's the way it's gonna be. Put some safeguards in. Something's bothering me about this. Like, don't put yourself at a detriment here. You should be able to talk about this with other people, somebody you trust. Because I feel like if you have a sounding board, you could create the situation to where, all right, if you've decided that's what you have to do, everybody makes their own decisions, and it's not my place to decide what you're going to do, clearly. But, like, have somebody to talk with about this. So somebody could be that voice of reason to be like, you know what, this, that, and the other thing, and, you know, helping you stick to that. All right, you're going to do it one more time. You've decided this, but make sure you stick to that. Be assertive with, like, if it's only one more time, then it's only one more time. That's it. I don't know. It makes me nervous. I would personally, like, if I was talking to somebody just face to face, I don't think I could say like one more time would be acceptable. But this is however this information is hitting for you, you have to make those decisions, and I get that. Because I feel like you kind of just want to let this go. The love you have for this person is holding you there, and you just want to believe it's just one time. I'm just not sure that that's how it is. Everybody has their own thing to do. I have to be honest, this is really uncomfortable for me because I'm just like, this goes against what I would normally say to somebody, so it's kind of weird. Now, especially when I see what's going on here, what makes things better, the other person seems to be aware. See, now if you're doing this and you have this sounding board, you might want to be forward with your partner. Like, you know, you need to have a third party at least, or somebody else needs to know what's going on here. Because I'm getting your partner has the Empress. Your partner does love you. Empress? Yep. But they're aware that you're keeping an eye on the situation. I feel like whatever, if you're talking to somebody, this third party, this makes me feel better, I'll be honest. This is going in a better direction for me now. Maybe I was just impatient. You have somebody else involved, at least one. Something else is involved here. And you're giving it, you're putting out this one last chance. You seem to be going forward with this. Like, this can work out, this can be healed, this can be taken care of. Your partner seems very well aware that you're keeping an eye on things, or you have somebody else to rely on to help you keep an eye on things. And they love you. They do love you, but they're aware that they have to mind their P's and Q's. They better keep it together because there's another factor here to make sure. It's almost like someone's policing the situation to make sure, this is the last chance. Like, you got to keep it together, because if you don't, other people are going to be pushing on and putting pressure to make sure that this, works out the way it should. Somebody else, I feel like there's like a third party involved. And I feel like this is what's giving you this full confidence. But they're saying you need to keep going here. I don't feel like the actual problem is surfaced. There's something else going on with your partner. I'm feeling like there's an addiction problem or something. There's a problem here. You need to find out what. Now, why your partner's angry, whoever this is, because I have to be honest with you, I'm not seeing physical violence, but it just makes me nervous. I just don't want to push somebody to think it's okay to stay in a bad situation. I just don't want to do that. But I'm getting like this one last chance you're putting in a safeguard. As long as you put in that safeguard, you should be okay. I'm not getting physical violence, but I'm worried about it. So I feel like that's why. It just makes me nervous. I would not, personally, if there's physical violence there, I would say that's an end game. That's a done. That's a not another chance. That's personally me, how I feel about it. You have to decide for yourself what's right for you. I get that, because I'm not here to make decisions for you. I get that. But you have to make sure that, have that safeguard in there. Make sure that you have that third party. Have that safeguard. Something else is going on behind the scenes here with your partner. If this reading is hitting for you, you definitely know of this devil moment. It's not halfway. That's a bad, horrible moment. And as you go forward, you have to have the safeguard. Have this safeguard in place, and things should start working out in some respect, because I'm getting, especially with the third party involved, more information is going to come forward. You're going to start figuring out what the actual problem is, because I don't feel like the true reason for the devil showing up has surfaced yet. Something is motivating that devil moment. I don't feel like it's truly surfaced. Even if it looks like it's very obvious and apparent, I don't feel like it's come forward yet. Okay, good. All right, I apologize that was a rough read, but I have to read them as they come through. Again, I'll say again, it's a general read. It doesn't mean it's going to hit for everybody. That devil moment, there's no question. There's no question. If that moment happens, you're going to know it. It's not going to be halfway or possibly. It's not a couple of snide remarks. It's really a bad moment. All right, so we're going to leave that there. Let's do Capricorn singles. Capricorn singles. Messages for Capricorn singles. Messages for Capricorn singles. Empowering information to help them prepare or move life in the direction that they want to go. Capricorn singles. Yes, okay. Hey. Now, that card is showing up here. I'll just warn you ahead of time. The devil card is here, but I don't think it's going to affect the singles reading the same way it did the other one. But it's here. Yay. Let's see what it has to say, though. I don't want to prejudge it. Let's just go with it and find out what it's going to say. Now, the overall energy, the top energy is the weather. The bottom energy is where you're standing. It's like the ground you're standing on. So the weather part is could change every 2 hours, every few days, can be a season. But there's the cup of love here, the cup of water. This is definitely a situation where love is being felt by both people. I know it's a single read, but there's somebody you're interested in, and there's definitely a feeling both ways with this very intense attraction. Now, I feel like this is like a lot of times this Ten of Pentacles, it feels like a friendship card to me. And I'm noticing you have the King of Pentacles in your past. So I'm getting that you've helped this person through some tough times before. This is somebody that you've helped before. So you value them enough to help them. That's for sure. And I feel like whatever you help them with is kind of the reason you've kind of kept to the side. So whatever you're helping them with, it seems like I don't know, it's one of those things where it's kind of like you're willing to help, but you don't want to like get too deep into the situation. Even though you have this love for this person, I feel like whatever the situation is you're helping with, that has some impact to your life, and you're just kind of like, you know, even though I have these feelings, I don't know where that's going to what that's going to do to the situation that could actually deter or deteriorate the love over time. So I'm not feeling like you're moving forward with this, especially when you have the Five of Pentacles here. Like this love is coming forward, and it might be more strong now than it has been in the past. But the Five of Pentacles at the bottom is making me feel that you don't really feel like this is a sound judgment. Like this isn't a sound situation to get involved with. Either you feel like it could be a passing moment for the other person, or the circumstances around the situation could bring it down. You're staying outside of it. You're staying outside of it, and I do see in the center here, like, you have the Queen of Swords, you're standing your ground. You're explaining I do feel like you're explaining how you feel, especially when you get the Queen of Swords with the Three of Pentacles. You are explaining why. You're giving all the information you need to. You're being very clear, and you know where you stand, and you're not going to be swayed. But behind that is the Five of Cups. Like, you're feeling the loss here, and it's not like you're completely cold about it. I do feel like you're even, well, I don't know if you're acknowledging it directly, but you're very sympathetic to the other person, and I feel like you're caring to this person, and you're feeling the loss, but you're just kind of like, you know what, there's too much that's already going against this situation. I just don't feel like it's a good idea. And the other side is like the Three of Swords. That's heartbreak. The other side is really kind of devastated because they really would like to be with you. But you're like, no, I don't think this is a good idea I don't think this is a good idea. That's it. It's just not a good idea. Now, you had the King of Pentacles in the past, but I'm noticing you have the Queen of Pentacles in the future. I feel like you're more of a sympathetic ear to this person going forward. And I feel like when the If You Believe is here, what is that actually saying? So let's give it a moment to pull in, because I'm getting there's like some type of disruption here. And I feel like this is more difficult. This is more difficult because that Ace of Cups is at the top. I feel like this Queen of Pentacles in the future, where you still have a sympathetic ear, but I feel like this is more uncomfortable for you because you are having those romantic feelings, but you've decided you're not going to move forward, and you're not. I think the If You Believe is like, I feel like that's moving away from this person. I feel like if you believe this person will be okay without you, I feel like that you'll be okay too. You can come to peace with this, but you're trying to, I feel like you're kind of looking at this like, especially when you have the sympathetic ear going on, like this person needs you, you need to kind of help them, like you're afraid if you walk away that they're going to have real devastation. But they're saying if you believe, if you look a little closer, like this person can handle their own life. We're all meant to live our own lives. If you believe means you can step away from this without feeling that guilt. I'm getting, because I feel like this Ace of Cups is really complicating this moment. And the if you believe is like, if you believe, you can get away from this, because I feel like you're feeling locked into it, especially with the Pentacle feel. You're feeling locked into it, but you're not really feeling like you want to be a part of it anymore, because you've made your decision about where you want to be with this person, and this is not feeling good. Now, the last card here is the Three of Wands with the big happy changes. I feel like you're moving on from this person. I feel like you're completely moving on from this person. The big happy changes is telling me this is a good idea. You've made your decision about where you stand. Being a friend has become too complicated. So it's time to move on, and this is a good move for you. The big happy changes is just reinforcing that that's a good idea, that's a good move. So that seems to be where this is ending for you. I do see this over, this is where the Devil card pops in, just so you know. It's not as intense as the first part of this read. And I didn't really want to see him, but he's here. So, what are you going to do? It's in the environment. It's out a ways after the heartbreak. I feel like it's after you've cut ties with this person. There seems to be a very rotten moment going on here, and I feel like you're hearing negative remarks or something. There's a moment here. It's either remarks, or I almost feel like there might be an argument this person starts with you. I feel like they're feeling very jilted, like they were cheated out of something. They feel like things worked out unfairly for them, and there's a bad moment here. You can see this coming towards you is partly what that is, but the look for a sign here, like, I almost feel like you've been looking for a sign. At this point, you're looking for that sign to make sure you made the right decision. I feel like this is your sign. Almost after you walk away, like, you might be questioning here and there, because that, again, this complicates things. You still have those love feelings. It's not like you're just going to turn them off, but you do walk away, and you've been looking for this sign. Like, was that the best idea? Was that the smart move? Like, should I have done that? This moment, that's your sign. That's like saying, yeah, you made the right decision. Good? Good. I feel like both Capricorn reads were kind of rough this time around, so I apologize for that, but I definitely have to read them as they come out. And I'm definitely one of those readers that I just, as it comes across, that's how I give it. So thank you very much for holding on through this reading. If either of these readings hit for you, I hope for the best. I hope you have the best outcome you can get, and you're stronger for it. If you would like a reading from me, go ahead, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.